Guys, welcome back to day 4, part 2. I know you guys are thinking, you know, hey, there's probably nothing left, probably nothing good, and that's actually false. We have actually saved some of the good things for this actual segment so that you guys aren't completely bored with what we have. So, also, as you notice, no one's here with me. It's just me by myself. Kaya is apparently working somewhere, but Clint apparently stayed up all night with Brennan Herrera doing a podcast. So that being said, go over there and subscribe to CF Podcast. No, it's probably not up yet if you're watching this, you know, first day as it's released, but it will be up shortly, so make sure you're subscribed to that and take a look. That being said, I'm gonna get to work.
Here we are at the Oracle Arms booth, and I've got Todd over here. Todd, thanks for having us. Appreciate it. Sure. We saw you at the industry day. We got to shoot these things. Phenomenal machines, and I know you gave us some information about it then, but we want to talk about it more because we like it so much.
Okay, so sounds good.
Why don't you just tell us about this one?
You want to know all the features?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Well, we know about the 320 magazine compatibility. Primary reason we went with 320 magazine compatibility was U.S. Army adapted the 320, and so for soft groups, things that are they really love their 1911s, right? And we want to make sure that we have supply chain compatibility. That's one of the primary reasons I chose the 320 magazine. From there, we've got want to make sure that we accommodate all our left and right hand shooters. First time on a 1911 platform of any kind, we've got a right hand slide stop. When you're
fully ambidextrous, right?
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, your magazine release, you'll have to flip it around for shooter preference.
Yeah.
But there you go.
And then you got the ambidextrous external safety over there too?
Yes, we do.
All right.
Right. Yeah, left and right. So
that is cool. So obviously, looking at this gun, it does resemble the 1911, of course.
Yes.
But just much more tactical, and you got these futuristic cuts and stuff. It looks amazing. So, what inspired this gun? That's what I'm curious about.
As far as aesthetic design,
just putting it together, like coming up with this Oracle 2311, like what was the inspiration behind this?
Okay, if you think about this story, what is an Oracle? It looks into it gleans into the future, tries to figure out what's going to serve the populace and the mission, right? Yeah. So when we take that, we really wanted to take a combat type pistol and the DNA of a competition race gun and combine them into one platform, and that's why we have the Oracle Arms 2311.
Yeah, and obviously, like in the past, special ops guys, like in the law enforcement, military, they ran 1911s like a lot.
They did. Some of them back in the day, they ran with the 45s. It's tried and true. John Browning, original 1911 design, is a solid platform. It's been to war many times. So where we love it, we didn't deviate. So fire controls, 1911 Series 70. You could swap out your components. We control all of our own internals. But if you, for whatever reason, want to have your fire control, you could, with gunsmithing, properly fit it and get your system up and running. Probably another big feature is that if you really are a die-hard 1911 guy and you want to have that 1911 upper, you can, with a little bit of fitting, drop an upper 1911 onto our 2311 lower.
Oh wow, that is super cool. And I noticed you guys got the rear sight, so you can obviously co-witness through there.
Yes, that's correct. So we release it with, every gun comes with 4 plates. We got irons, RMSC, Delta, and RMR. And every optic plate is going to be a combat cut so that it co-witnesses with your front sight. If you want, I can demonstrate a little bit some of the favorite features I have on this.
Oh, I would love to. Yeah, absolutely. Right. Please.
So if you're in the field, right, and you got to service your firearm, you don't want to have to carry tools, so we want to make this as easy as possible to take apart. So for me, it's got to make sure lighting in here is horrible. There you go. Pop out your slide stop, and your entire upper will come off. And unlike a 1911, because we went with a linkless design, the way we put this is in fully encapsulated upper. So your mainspring, barrel, and slide is encapsulated into each other.
Wow. Definitely. It looks like a 1911, but just taking it down is completely different.
Yes, we did recreate the link pattern of a 1911 barrel, link to barrel, but we went with a linkless design. Some of the key features that I really like here as well is to maintain optimal performance regardless of what conditions you're in. We've got patented debris channels built into our key areas. Now these are strategically located that don't sacrifice fit, function, or form or precision for that matter. And so that way you still have your inherent 1911 precision, but if you do get some debris in your firearm, it's going to run hard and heavy because our debris channels, they're going to migrate that debris down and out. And so pointed for the camera, we've got the debris channels into our lug and into our frame. That's helping you keep it operating at optimal conditions, regardless of where you're at.
Yeah, traditional 1911, a lot of moving parts and different, so you definitely can come across some reliability issues depending on if it gets really dirty and whatever. For
sure.
In this case, looks like you guys got solved that problem as well. Wow, really cool. So how much does it weigh overall?
Depends on what model you go with and what frame material you're gonna go with. So you kind of caught me off guard because I don't have a scale, honestly.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I was asked that the other day, and I had a couple scaled out, and I can't remember the numbers off the top of my head.
That's quite all right. What about the trigger? So trigger weight.
Yeah, for sure. Trigger weights, it depends on what model. The combat duty areas are going to be around a 3.5 to 4 pound trigger. All our fire control is stone, so it's a very crisp, clean break, good, clean reset. Competition that we're going to be coming out later in the year, those are going to be set at about 1.5 to 2 pounds, depending on the shooter preference.
Wow. Yeah, guys, I got to shoot this thing. The other model, the bronze one, whichever one it was, same thing. At the range, the trigger was extremely crisp. It was perfect, right on target. Obviously, sights just phenomenal. The ergonomics, just an awesome gun. You guys did a fantastic job, Todd. I love it. Thanks a lot for all that information. And now I've got this guy over here. What's the difference?
Primarily the size. I mean, this is our compact family, and we got our combat size over here. One of the things that we break it down at our Oracle 2311 into 3 families: compact, combat, and competition. And in each family, we're going to have our base and elite series. On our right here, we have the elite series. On the left, this is our base model of compact. Right.
And I can see the base models, like it has a cut, different kind of sights over here. So if you wanted to put a dot on this.
If you want to put it down on it, so all of our firearms are going to come with 4 plates. So this is our base plate, and it is a proprietary fit. So this is our iron sight, and then this over here we've got a Delta. But we also will include RMSC and RMR in every plate.
Perfect. Other than that, I just see it's just a smaller version. Just looks slightly different than the combat version, but overall, just takedown, everything is the same.
Yeah, that's correct. Takedown, geometry, everything exactly the same. You're gonna run the pin out,
line it up, get that out, and boom.
Right.
That's what it is.
Right.
And putting it back together is just super simple.
It's very simple. Yeah, like I like to say, the days of doing the 1911 link dance are done if you have it yourself a 2311. So because that's always going to indicate properly, and you never have to sit there and fiddle around trying to get your link in that right spot.
Yeah. That's phenomenal. And these are available for consumers right now?
Not right now, no. Right here, these are these are basically final prototypes. We're going to be March, April, strategically releasing these to the public, and then goal is to have in full swing by the middle of this 23.
And they're made in the USA? Here?
100%.
Phenomenal. Guys, check them out. Oracle Arms. What a beautiful project, man.
Thank you.
Because I remember we were seeing, I saw an article about it before the SHOT Show, and then we did a podcast, and they were like, what are you excited to see? And all 3 of us, it was me, Ryan, Clint, we were like, Oracle 2311. Absolutely. Oh, and one more thing. What is this thing over here?
Oh, this is our case. We want to make sure that you're always range ready, and we make sure that every pistol comes with a great case, as well as a plethora of magazines. Our base models, it's going to come with 3 magazines, and it's going to climb up to 5. Our competitions are going to be 521s. Combat comes with 2 17s and 3 21s, and then we come down to our base model will be with 3 15-round magazines.
That is phenomenal. So, guys, here you have it. Oracle Arms does fantastic products. Awesome bag. That looks really, really sturdy.
They're great bags.
Yeah, awesome. All made in the USA. Check them out. They're coming out soon. I look forward to actually get one for myself. So, Todd, thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
Guys, we're over here with COBALT. You guys might remember them from NRA. They released, well, they hadn't released them just yet. They talked about some pretty cool products. But I'm here with Mikey, and he's telling me that they have now released them. Is that right?
Yes. Well, first off, thank you for coming by the booth.
Yeah, of course.
To follow on from what you stated, we did have some items that we already had in circulation at the time of NRA.
Right.
We were trying to expand more of the offerings, and this SHOT Show, even though last SHOT Show is kind of that rebranding, rebuilding,
Right.
now this is what we have actually going out to dealers, going out to sales since that time frame. We've gone into releasing URGs, upper receiver groups individually.
Yep.
We can do those in all the lengths that we offer, whether they be the Pro System with the 5.56 red or black, all the way up to the SPRs. With this particular model right here, we have worked with Proof Research in putting together a 22.6 arc stainless steel barrel, which is kind of specific to us. They've been great partners for us. Awesome platform, something that, when put together with the entirety of the system, is a very accurate, reliable gun. Some other things that we moved into was our own proprietary APOS system.
Talked about that. Yeah.
So we did a collaborative effort with Viltor, and COBALT originally had a system called the Pro Buffer system,
Yep.
which was just a multitude of parts. It worked well, but it had its own little flaws inherent to the design and just a little overcomplicated. So we decided to take a couple of parts that were included with that, roll it into a proven system such as the A5,
Right.
and now we have it actually within the weapon systems on top of being available for individual sales.
No, that's amazing. I absolutely love that. Gabe, can I have those parts? Thanks, love. So I know we hit on these at NRA, but you guys now have these. These are like available. Yeah.
So this has been a part of the system from the very beginning,
Right.
especially with the rebranding of the company.
Right.
Again, going towards having the URGs available. It is our, what we call it, our SIM system.
Yeah.
The self-centering inverted semi-monolithic system,
Right.
where you're taking 4 parts, the barrel, the extended jam nut, going into a receiver with the extended receiver extension, locking with the handguard, which in itself has its self-indexing point integrated.
Yep.
Putting it all together. Screw holes are offset slightly, so that way it sucks the rail further in, making this whole area, increasing the rigidity around a crucial area of the weapon. So this is what we feel is what helps make the gun the quality shooter that it is.
Oh, I absolutely love it, because when we were talking about NRA, you can't, like, once this is finished, you can't see it. Like, once it's like coated, like you.
Our guys, when they're putting these together, will lock the rail to the upper in its raw configuration, and they're blending that seam all the way around.
yeah.
They're taking off burrs, so as you stated, at a distance when it's coated, you think it's one solid piece. Well, then you get up to it, you notice, okay, there's a junction there. But again, just trying to give the gun that much more of a artisan look, you know, something of quality, something that's worthy of what we're trying to accomplish.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. I love your products. I'm hoping to get you guys out soon, or us get to you guys, so we can get some stuff worked out.
I'm sure we can figure that out, you know, trying to get the guns in the right hands this year, and, you know, again, just get the name out there that this is a weapon that is underrated, underestimated, and until you get into your hands, you get it.
See, that's exactly what Gabe told me at NRA. He's like, hey, listen. He's like, you think it's cool now? He said, wait till you shoot it.
Right.
He said, wait till you shoot it. It'll change your life.
It definitely had for me.
All right, well, guys, check out COBALT. They make great, amazing products, and we'll hope to see them soon.
Here we are at the SEEKIS Precisions, and I've got Maddie over here. Maddie, thanks for having us.
Happy to be here.
Thank you. So, you're holding something here.
Yes, sir. So
wanna
this
tell
is
us
the
about
new, yes, we had the HIT rifle come out a couple of years ago. This is the upgraded version. This is the HIT Pro. Everybody wants to know what the differences are right out of the gate.
I do.
Yeah. And so it comes with an Arca rail, full-length Arca rail installed on the rifle. It also comes with the Trigger Tech diamond trigger installed, which is a very tunable trigger. 4 ounces all the way to 3 pounds is what it says on the box. I've played with it a lot. It's a great trigger. The advantage to that is it comes installed on the gun, so if you're shooting competition, you're in that PRS production class. That is a great trigger that's factory installed. That's one of the things you can't mess with when it comes to that category for shooting that competition. So you're right out of the gate, you got a gun that's going to compete with some very high level rifles at a more affordable price point.
Yeah, I mean, Trigger Tech, they're awesome.
Yeah,
they're
tough to beat.
yeah, exactly, tough to beat. It's fantastic.
A couple of neat features about this that come with the original hit. It has our quick change barrel system. All you got to do is loosen one screw, take the barrel off, put the new barrel on by hand, tighten it down. No special tools, no crazy torque settings. That's it. We do a ton of calibers in short action. 5.56 all the way through up to 6.5 PRC. The 5.56 and the PRC need a bolt change.
That was really good.
Yeah. However, there's no tools needed for that either. So it's a simple swap. You can take one bullet head out, put your new bullet head on. You can have a practice gun in 223, your competition gun in 6 Creedmoor, and you can have your hunting rifle in 6.5 PRC, all in one chassis system. You never have to take the glass off. Super easy to swap. Change your zero, you're off to the races.
Wow, I don't know if you guys caught that. Like in like 2 seconds, he just made this a completely different caliber gun.
Yeah.
Basically, I mean, the barrel is super easy. Wow.
One T20 screwdriver.
Wow.
You can do a complete caliber swap on the hood of your truck in 2.5 minutes.
Wow, fantastic. And I see you've got a thread.
Yep, all of them come 5/8/24 threaded. So we have our own brake that we make, which is awesome. Or there's a lot of brakes out there that are great. Suppressors, everything, they come ready to go just for you.
Awesome. And what's the metallurgy on the barrel?
So it's 416R stainless steel, and then we do everything in-house. We use Rock Creek steel, and then we do all of the, we bore it, we rifle it, chamber it, contour it, we do everything like that in-house.
And where's in-house?
In-house is Lewiston, Idaho. So we have a huge machine shop up there. You can come in, check it out. We're open for tours and everything else Monday through Thursday. Come check it out. It's a crazy shop.
Dude, I'd love to see it. Yeah, no, fantastic. And this thing is available right now for consumers?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's on the market right now.
Wow. Super, super impressed. What an awesome piece of engineering and machine, right?
It's
wow.
It's a lot of fun. A lot of thought went into it. Everything we make comes with a lifetime guarantee. Run it over in your truck, I'll replace it. Not a big deal.
That is awesome. Well, thanks a lot, Matty. I really appreciate it. You got anything else? Or?
Yeah, we got all kinds of different things here.
All right. Wow.
Thank you. So this one that's been behind us here, this is our extreme lightweight hunting rifle. It's called the Havoc Element. It's 5.5 pounds.
Wow.
Nothing to it.
My cell phone, man.
Yeah.
It's really light.
Super light. Very convenient for packing around the kind of environment that we find in Idaho, where it's very steep, rugged terrain. And it's, lightweight rifle. A bunch of calibers, so we do, boy. All right, here we go. 308, 6 Creedmoor, 6.5 Creedmoor, 6.5 PRC, 260, 28 Nosler, 300 Win Mag, and 300 PRC. I think I got all of them.
Wow.
So there's a bunch of them in
really
there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Really cool, man.
So, and 7 PRC barrels are getting cut right now, which is the new hot PRC round that's coming out. And the reamers just got sent out to everybody. We got them in-house, and we're turning barrels for 7 PRC today.
Yeah, and you weren't kidding, Matty. You're one take Matty for sure. I love this. Well, thanks a lot for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for swinging in.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yep.
Guys, we are over here with AG and we have Randy. Randy, thanks for taking time out of your insanely busy Friday over here at SHOT Show.
My voice is a Friday voice.
Oh, my brain is a Friday brain, obviously. So what do you guys got? What do you got? I know we sell a little bit of your product, a little bit of your products. Tell me what you got. Tell me what's new.
Yeah, so I'll talk about this unit in front of us here. So we're a thermal and night vision company primarily. A lot of our focus is thermal products. For those that follow our brand and some of the stuff that we offer, we have a Taipan series of thermal handheld binoculars, and we've just introduced a new, we're calling these the Sidewinder thermal binoculars. Think of these as like your premium handheld thermal devices. They come with an aluminum body instead of a composite polymer body, right? And a rubber overmold. So just a more ruggedized housing, easier controls. A few things that set these apart from the Taipan series are things like they are all sub 20 millikelvin, 12 micron sensors, and that stuff, if you're not familiar with thermal stuff, I mean, it just basically means higher image quality, higher detection range, just a better overall premium thermal handheld device. They all come with larger, or we're gonna have 4 of these. They each have a larger objective lens diameter, I guess, offering than some of the stuff we have in our Taipan series.
Right.
And that's again the same. It just basically comes into being able to have higher base magnification and having just a more premium thermal monocular.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I
I don't know much about night vision, but I have heard that you guys' products are really good. They sell pretty well on our website. So thanks so much for creating all these things that everyone loves. I will eventually learn about these one day and be over here asking you all the questions that I need to ask. Is there anything that you missed on that you want to hit on again? I mean, let's talk maybe a little bit about when they're available. A lot of people are asking. We're going to have 4 models, 2 in 384 resolution, 2 in 640. You should be expecting these in about end of Q1, maybe Q2-ish, around that time frame. Well, that's amazing. I'm glad that you guys are doing the best you can to get us the best products with the best quality price. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much for your time. You bet. Guys, check them out.
Here we are at the Ohio Ordnance Works, and I've got Mark with me. Mark, thanks for having us, man. Appreciate it. Good, good. So you've got some cool stuff over here. You want to talk about these?
Yeah, so this is our semi-automatic reproduction of the World War II BAR, the model 1918. It is exactly the same size, same weight, same quality and care as the World War II gun, but a non-NFA civilian legal collector's item. 20 rounds, 30-06, 24-inch barrel. It's a hell of a beast.
Oh, absolutely. And you guys are the only one. That's the only company, right?
We're the only company that produces this. We're the sole rights to the BAR design.
Yeah, and you guys may have recognized this rifle. A couple of years ago, we gave away with Such to our viewers, and it was a big hit, definitely. So you guys are pretty cool, man. So if you're into military stuff, World War I, World War II, guess what? You can have yourself a replica over here that's done by Ohio Ordnance Works. That's pretty cool. I know you've got some more stuff to show us.
Yes, we do.
And where is that at?
That's over here if you want to follow me.
Let's go. Yeah. So, wow, what is this, man?
Okay, so because we're always about preserving the past, but also engineering the future, we took that World War II BAR, and our engineers made a shortened, lightened, modernized variation. We call it the HCAR, which stands for Heavy Counter Assault Rifle. So we maintain the original 30-06 caliber, but bring it in the 21st century.
That is really, really cool. So 30-06, and this is available for civilian market.
Yep. It's a regular Title I firearm.
All right, you want to go over some specs of the rifle?
Yeah. So the HCAR comes standard with a 30-round magazine. You get 2 of those with it. It's available in a 16 and 20-inch barrel. We've got our new muzzle brake on the end, railed handguard. It has a hydraulic recoil buffer that's going to take a lot of that punch out of the 30-06 cartridge. It's actually the same recoil buffer that we use in the M240 machine gun.
Wow, cool. And what's the operation like on this?
So it's a long stroke gas piston, same as the BAR, and it's going to feel like shooting an AR-10. It's a really tame gun for how big of a cartridge it fires.
That is really cool. And you've got some other color options over here, I see. FTE and black.
Yep, yeah, offered in black and a flat darker Cerakote.
Really, really cool. Well, guys, Ohio Ordnance Works, you guys got to go check them out. They are doing really, really cool stuff. Old school stuff and the improved version, the modernized old school stuff right here in front of you. Mark, really appreciate your time, man.
Thanks for coming down. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you. Mark, what is this, dude?
Hey, this is our M2 SLR semi-automatic rifle. So if you ever wanted a Browning 50 caliber machine gun but didn't want to go through all that class 3 stuff, we offer it as a semi-auto rifle. But what's really cool is this is our brand new integrally suppressed barrel. So we take one of our barrels, we ship it off to KGM Precision, and they install a baffle stack on it. And this thing is quiet, let me tell you. We took this over to Battlefield Vegas, and we were firing indoors with 50 BMG, and all I had was some squishies in, and I don't even think I needed that.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. When you fire at 50, you can feel it in your organs shake. This thing,
Yeah.
I'm just sitting behind it, and all I was, and and that was it, man. It was like nothing.
What? So you shot a 50 BMG indoor, and it was just fine.
It was just fine.
And on top of
didn't even
that-
shake the building.
And that's integrated, like this is just integrated into the barrel.
It's all one assembly. So all you got to
And-
do is take the old barrel out and install that one.
And this is available for civilians?
Available on a regular tax stamp, but we sell it direct, and anybody who has distributorship through RSR.
Ohio Ordnance Works, man. Just straight up one up, man. Incredible. I can't believe it. What an awesome machine. Guys, you guys gotta check him out. Mark, man, I said goodbye, but I'm gonna do it again.
Hey.
Thanks, man.
You always welcome to stop back again. We always have something new.
Thanks, brother.
Guys, we are over here with Brandon at Fold AR. Brandon, listen, I know you tried to fight me in the hall. I know you did. So I'm gonna need you to, you know, back up your fighting skills with your words and show me what you guys have. You said you made some upgrades, switch out some stuff. So just tell me about it.
Okay, so we did from last year's model, we upgraded to what you call pin. So you pretty much take a takedown pin, which allows you to swap between barrel systems. Pull between, I swap the barrel out. Go from a 16-inch to a 12.5. It goes together, you ready to go rock and roll. You also going to be a 9-inch. Ready to rock and roll. So what that allows you to do, first thing people ask, is it accurate? The barrel comes off. Yes, it's accurate. You can ask Clint, he shot it. I put 5 rounds through each barrel at 100 yards, 1 MOA, then have to chase the dope on my sight.
So guys, Clint says that it's accurate. So if you guys trust him on other things, I guess you can trust him on this too.
So we're gonna definitely get you guys one out there so y'all can play with it and you can finally shoot it. You know, and put me on my case about it.
Well, listen, there's a lot of people that make products and they're like, yeah, it does this, it does this, it does this. You take it out there, and it don't cycle for 2 rounds, and it ain't nowhere near the target, and it isn't just because I can't shoot for crap. It's because, you know, the product's not what people say it is. But from every, I know. No, I've actually heard nothing but good things about your products. Clint says they're great, says they actually do what you say they do. So, I mean, listen, I'll give it to you. I've heard great things. I think it's great. I really do. Like, I mean, yeah, I'm going to have a little bit more convincing just because I haven't shot it, but I've heard great things. I've heard you guys do great work. I've seen it. I just haven't done it myself. Okay. Well, thank you for your time. I'll let you get back to your busy day. Looks like you got about 7 people waiting on you, so I'll get out of here.
Take care.
Check out Fold AR, guys.
All right, here we are at the PEPPERBALL booth, and I've got Chris over here. Chris, thanks for having us.
You bet, Kaya.
So, I see this is obviously a huge deal, especially in law enforcement world, but also civilian too, but you've got some new stuff.
We do.
All right, you want to talk about that?
Sure. So for SHOT Show 23, we released 3 new products. Our VKS Pro, our VKS Pro Plus, which is based off of the M4 platform, and a TRP, which is our compact pistol. Let's start with the VKS Pro.
Okay.
The VKS Pro is just like the previous generation, except it's got better handrail. It's also got a front forward grip on it. What's nice about the VKS Pro now is we have the ability to run both the mag system or the hopper system, which is 2 different things, right? Because the hopper takes the round ball that you see, and then the magazine can take a shaped projectile, which gives you better flight and more accuracy. What's nice about the VKS Pro, the ability to rotate between the hopper and back to the magazine.
Very cool.
So what's nice about that, let's say you have application, you have a riot area going on, and you want an area of saturation to get the crowd moving. You can go from the hopper, and you're throwing your pepper balls into the concrete, creating a cloud into the crowd. You get everybody moving with commands. Let's say there's 2 people that stay back, they're confrontational, they're throwing bottles at the police. The officer can now rotate that barrel to the magazine, have the shape projectiles, and now with the confrontation, authorized to impact that person to get them to change their behavior and move.
Wow. Super cool. I love that twist thing, that on demand, real quick, very efficient. You can just switch load types, right?
In the field, right there for one officer.
Yep.
Technically, before, you know, we had an officer with a hopper, we had another one that had the shape rounds, so you had 2. Now the same officer can utilize both.
Absolutely, it is really cool. What about the velocity then, on average?
Right,
yeah.
Great question, because when you're shooting a shaped projectile, the velocity can get jacked up to 400 feet per second. That's great to move that round. It gives it just a little bit more impact. But the problem is, if you have 400 feet per second for a round projectile, it's like that Nolan Ryan curveball. Yeah, right. It starts moving around a bit and you lose the accuracy. We found the sweet spot for this unit, if you're going to run both, is right around that 300 feet per second. You're keeping your accuracy with your sphere, and then you still have a little bit of energy behind the shape projectile.
Yeah, and I see the shape projectile over here has got the rifling a little bit, and it does it twist in the air?
You got it, like a football spiral in the air that keeps that accuracy just to make sure you're hitting your target. I'm very comfortable with optics with this at 300 feet per second, striking the target at 50 yards.
Wow, that is fantastic, and 50 yards is like plenty.
It is.
And
I mean, you have to make an adjustment, but with your optics, you're good.
Yeah, in most cases, I mean, of course, you're going to have incidents perhaps that far away, but in most cases, you're going to have a closer target.
Right.
So I got a question about this.
Yes.
Direct hit on a target that's non-lethal, obviously.
Right.
What about behind an intermediate barrier, like a glass or something?
Yeah.
Does it punch through? Is it got enough?
No, there's not enough energy because that round is made to be fragile to break, to put the powder in the air. Okay. We want the product to go airborne. But we do have a round that's hard that we use as a glass breaker.
Okay.
So if we need to breach into a car to put product into the car, the officer can hit the car with a couple of glass breakers on a side window, then put the product in. It doesn't matter where the occupant is in that car. Once you get product in the car, it's going to saturate the whole car.
Yep, absolutely. So you've got a round that is specifically designed to puncture through a glass.
Yep.
And that is not PEPPERBALL, like that.
It is PEPPERBALL. It is. It is right here. It's our glass breaker round, and it will fragment when it hits something really hard. But if it hits a window hard enough to spider it, we know that we can get product in it.
Okay.
What we're finding right now is with our new Live Max powder, it's so fine that officers are having success getting this powder into the car without breaking a window. What they're doing is shooting the seams of the car, the pillars, A pillar, B pillar, C pillar, and they're getting the product in the car and getting the behavior to change and getting them out of the car.
All right, A pillar. You said how do they get it into the car?
So the pillars are the door seams, right?
Yep.
The most forward one is called the A pillar. The middle one is the B, then the C is the back. So they're hitting those pillars or those seams, and they're pushing the product right through there. It's so fine that they continue to hammer it in. It will find its way in.
I see. Okay, so when you hit those seams, you just hit it a few times. You just create enough gap for the product to get in there, and obviously.
It's very fine.
Yeah, I'm assuming one of these will just cloud the car enough to kind of get you going.
It's a strong payload. This is the highest capsinoid available. You know how peppers are always like, whoa, that was a hot pepper, that's a mild pepper, right? Same thing with PEPPERBALL. But what we've done is we found a way to pharmaceutically recreate the organic material in order to get the consistency every single time with the heat. And this is our hottest unit right here. So this is one that will clear a car with very few payloads in necessary. One or two will be just fine.
Oh yeah, and if I was a bad guy and I was not complying and I saw a police officer grab one of these, yep, I'm complying because I've been pepper sprayed, I've been CS gassed, I've been tased before.
Are you volunteering to take a little bit of Papa?
Okay. No, I've done one chip before. They maybe that one chip challenge thing.
Oh yeah, I'm right. Yep, no, then you know what it's all about.
Exactly.
Yep.
Police officer, if I'm ever facing a situation, hands up. I'm complying.
It changes behavior.
If he's got the PEPPERBALL, she got the PEPPERBALL, I'm done. So this is obviously more law enforcement in mind.
Yes.
This one. Do you have, what about your consumers? Like
we do have a consumer division. Right now, law enforcement's needing this. There's a demand out there. We don't want them to wait. We're focusing all of our resources to get this to law enforcement. I was in law enforcement for 33 years, and community policing changed the way we did business. Right now, PEPPERBALL is on the verge of changing the way police do business right now.
Yeah, and I see, like, we see it all the time, these vehicle pursuits or barricaded subjects in houses or businesses, and these PEPPERBALLs are coming to play big time. Just send a few in, you know, and this is also, like, some people may not know, this saves lives, because this actually allows the officer to not use lethal force.
Right.
And with this, you're incapacitating the subject to a point where you can actually accurately or more effectively take them down and take them to custody.
Yeah, you know, the public, they see this and they're thinking riot situations, and that's true. This is very effective in riot situations. But we have a pilot program with the Phoenix Police Department where they put it in the patrol division. And the patrol officers out there were 50 of them. In over a year, they reviewed all their use of force incidents. They saved 10 lives. 10 incidents that were justified deadly force that was resolved with PEPPERBALL. Saves 10 lives and saves millions of dollars for the city.
Absolutely. I wholeheartedly agree. I spent some time on the streets myself, and I've seen less lethal tools save definitely a lot of lives. They may look maybe not pretty to certain people, but trust me, it saves lives. So thanks a lot for what you guys do. Really appreciate your time. Really appreciate giving all that information to us.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks.
you. Yeah.
Guys, we are over here at Premier Body Armor with Jason and Sullivan. Sullivan, thank you so much for your time. Sorry, Jason. So, Sullivan and I are currently wearing their new vest. You want to tell me a little bit about these vests?
Sure. This is a female concealable armor vest. We've had the male concealable armor vest for a long time. We're a family business. You know, we get lots and lots of questions. Sullivan handles all of our customer service. Constantly getting questions about what about me? You know, so we went to work to developing a level 3 ballistic for level 3A ballistic for females, and everybody in the office was involved. So Sullivan, you know, from the beginning of the product development, was involved. So we'll let her talk a little bit about it. But here's our male concealable armor vest, and traditionally, you know, women who wear body armor have to bundle, or, you know, I don't know. Yeah. So they have to wear the male vest. The male vest is very flat, so it doesn't give, and when they put it on, it'll actually do like that. So it's super uncomfortable. But we took that same kind of design, that concealability, so you can wear it internally or externally, and we designed this structured ballistic. So it's sewn. There is no wire in there at all. So this is a 100% sewn product. It's pretty incredible, actually.
Yeah.
And this is where Sullivan will kind of take over.
Yeah, I'll dive more into this space. So this vest is crazy comfortable. Like you said, with our product development, I wore the male vest around the office. It was like super restrictive to your mobility. It would buckle in the chest. Sits way too long in the torso. It was pinching the curves. So the idea was to shorten the torso. Like you just explained, you have that structured Kevlar that curves. There's no cuffs or wiring, so it's not going to be uncomfortable to wear all day, because we all know that's super uncomfortable to have to deal with all day. Yeah, so it's super comfortable. Definitely wraps around to have your 360-degree protection. You're not lacking any coverage. Super lightweight. I mean, I've been wearing this vest for 12 hours every day this week, and zero complaints having to wear a ballistic vest. So it's an awesome product.
So that's one thing that always, like, Clint would be like, hey, let's throw this on, let's do an intro or something. And I'm like, listen, dude, all it's gonna do is stick out. Like, it sticks out, and then it's like, and when it also, like, it sticks out here on the side, so it's like, okay, yeah, this looks stupid because, and for one, it's not serving its purpose. Like, it's supposed to hug so that nothing gets through the side, or like the angle. But you're basically giving yourself a wide open space. All it's covering is just it's covering straight on, and that's it. That's all.
And just because we wanted to release a new innovative product, we didn't want to compromise the integrity of the protection of the product as well. And so there's not going to be any points of vulnerability. The Kevlar curves to your body, so you're not having any gaps. Again, with the wiring, you're not having any type of access or vulnerability. It's, yeah, you get the same protection just like you would with the male vest.
Oh, it's super comfortable too. Like I was like, haha, got something for girls, cute. And then I put it on, I was like, oh no, this is actually really, really comfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, Jason, what else you got for me?
So again, this is 100% made in the U.S., just like all the rest of our ballistics.
Yeah.
So you're getting, this is a law enforcement level product. So we're bringing this to the civilian space. It's well overdue.
Yeah.
So
what calibers are we looking at? I know people are going to be asking.
3A. So 3A is going to stop all handgun rounds, pretty much. We special touch this against FN57, blue tip and green tip, 12 gauge shotgun. But 95% of the homicides that happen in the United States related to firearms happen with a handgun. Right. So that's a threat you're looking to protect every day. Right? You're going to carry this. You're going to wear this when you need ballistic protection.
Right.
And the rifle protection is important to have, but you know, that's more shit hit the fan kind of. I'm not supposed to say that probably, but it's okay. It's not a family channel.
I mean, it is, but they're, you know, mom and dad say
Mom and dad, they do. All right. So anyway, we have that. So we're really big into that level 3A space. I think it's important. We consider ourselves like the EDC of body armor. That kind of leads us into the Everyday Armor T-shirt. So we have the Everyday Armor T-shirt comes in at an affordable price. You've got 2 ballistic inserts that are going to cover the cardiac box. And super popular. They come out so you can wash it. Comes in 2 different colors. It comes in sizes small 4X. So that's pretty impressive. It's an extremely popular product. It has this structure in here that helps load bearing. It's very, very, very concealable.
No, that's awesome. I like that because I know a lot of people have these, and it's just literally just the T-shirt and the plate. So then it starts pulling, and it starts stretching out, and it starts sagging, and it's and you're no longer protecting what you're there to protect.
What we did here, we very specifically chose this size to cover the cardiac box. So we worked with the medical professionals to create this size. A 10 by 12 doesn't really work in a concealable armor vest. So we wanted to get the small as we possibly could, but still be protecting that vital area. So this has been extremely popular.
Well, that's super awesome.
Also, this is more executive protection. So this is a discreet plate carrier. A lot of plate carriers are overt. We have a pro plate carrier, which is definitely like a go-to-war product. But this is more concealable. So this is someone who's going to do executive protection. They're going to need rifle protection, but they're not going to want to be seen as being rifle rated. This is the medical admin assault pouch. Inside the carrier, here we've got two of our Stratus level 3 plus plates. They're 2.8 pounds. So this whole 100 kit is less than 6 pounds altogether, right? So you got mags, you got 6 AR mags there, and then you got your medical admin assault pouch. It's got 3 more mags and some medical in there, and then this is in a bag, and then when you need to, you can go from covert to overt.
Right. Oh yeah.
So that's
super great. What else we got?
All right. So back here, our collaborator table. So we've been working with Vertex for years and years and years. Whenever Vertex has a new bag, we make new armor for us. So we love our relationship. They're great guys. Every single one of their bags has a place specifically for armor, and rather than putting a generic piece of armor in there, we specifically cut to the bag. So if you're going to get the Navigator, we have the panel for the Navigator, the Gamma 3.0, and all the older bags too. We still make armor for that. So the same ballistics in the vest you're wearing are in here as well. So all of our law enforcement vests, you're not getting an inferior product. When you're looking at soft armor, you pinch it, you want to make sure there's no foam in there. If there's foam in it, they're using an inferior product. It's not going to fit. It'll pass the ballistic part of the NIJ test. You can't NIJ certify a standalone 3A product anyway, but the ballistics, it's not going to pass the back force evaluation test. So if you pinch, that's a little tip for you guys, if you pinch level 3A and it has foam in it, you want to run the other way. They're just using an inferior product.
Yeah, well, we don't want that.
Definitely not. So Victos chest rig, this is cool. The guys at Victos, they wanted to have body armor they could put inside their Tactical chest rig and be able to pull it out and use it. So what we did is we created this armor ship technology that goes on the back of the Tactical and the low-key chest rig, and you'd wear it like that, and when you needed to, you could pull it down. It's much easier to do when you're wearing it. You pull the little tab, and it shifts.
Okay, awesome.
So.
And then it velcros back together so that you're not having to gap, right?
Yep, exactly. So cool product there. That's the armor shift panel for the Victos chest rigs. All right, last new stuff here. We've had a whole line of school supplies before, so we have a binder cover that's 26 inches long. We have a pencil pouch. Those wouldn't be used together, but they're just showing that that's there. So you get some school production there. A rifle-rated plate for schools, also not necessarily needed, but if you want to have that protection, is there. Laptop cases, again, all this is made in the U.S. And then we've got 2 new products here. We've got a school shield. We also have a home shield. There you go. Solomon's got the home shield. So this is a polyethylene level 3 plus plate, so super lightweight for the level of protection you're getting.
Yeah,
So the idea is you've got rifle protection. It can be used by anybody in the home. You've got this. You can ready to go. So same polyethylene technology in a full-size school shield with 2 handles on it. We've got some directions on the back. So that's pretty cool. I spent 20 years in public education, so this is a side of the business that is near and dear to my heart. So you're not bulletproof. You're never going to be bulletproof, right? We want to stop bullets from entering our vital areas, right? Then we want everyone to be proficient in bleed control.
Right.
So the bleed control, Stop the Bleed campaign is actually a really good program that's put out by the federal government, and this is a Stop the Bleed compliant kit. It has all the components in it that are being taught in that program. You get this whole big and cool kit, and you've got a tourniquet in it, this is a new tourniquet actually. This is the Stat Medical X-Force tourniquet, and I know the gold standard is the CAT. This is also made in the U.S., but the cool thing about this is it can actually be put on. It can be put on one-handed, but you can zip tie it down. So everybody knows how to use a zip tie, and then you just ratchet it until the blood stops, right?
That's amazing. I love that.
So we wanted this to be, we have a mass casualty kit. So the idea is to create something that is as simple as it possibly can be to be also extremely effective.
Nice. So I have a question on this. When you ratchet it, have you guys tested it with liquids to see if blood is going to,
Make it loose?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're not making this. Stat Medical is
That's
making
right,
it for
that's
us.
right, yeah.
So these guys are legit. They're solid guys. So like I said before, all these brands that we work with, there are people behind those brands, right? And we work with like-minded people, right? We're only going to come out with a product that is super high quality, and these guys are doing some cool stuff. So it's not the CAT, but I think the CAT is great for a medically trained professional. But when you're looking at everyday kit, moms, dads in your car, I have one in my motorcycle's side bag, you can bring it out in less than 3
That's
minutes.
amazing. Yeah, no, I love that. Because, I mean, at least this can hold you up, even if you don't get it all the way down, which you need to.
You got
But,
the Chris gauze in there, you got his Israeli bandage. We've also got one with a clotting gauze in there too as well, so you have choices.
yeah, that's amazing. I mean, I think a lot of people are like, yeah, sure, I have a tourniquet, but, do you know how to use it? Are you going to be able to make it as tight as it needs to be? Things like that. So,
That is
yeah,
that's a product that needed to be for everyday people, right? Everybody knows how to use a zip tie.
Yep.
Everybody's tightened up a binder on something that has a ratchet. It's familiar, You can look at it and immediately understand how it works.
no, that's amazing. I think you guys are doing great work, and I'm going to have to get Frank to
Yeah, of
get
course.
one of these.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, right?
It's awesome. You guys are doing great work. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Guys, check out Prepared Body Armor.
All right, 10 millimeter now.
Yeah, so we've had the APC 10 on the market for about 3 years. It was really popular, and with the release of the SPC 9 last year and its popularity, we decided to release the SPC in 10 millimeter. It is incredibly light and flat shooting, just like the SPC 9s, but in 10 millimeter. This is set up to be kind of your ultimate vehicle carbine. Hydraulic buffer system in the rear. This has a suppressor on it because we make suppressors in all the calibers, right? And we also have new B&T Glock mag extension, since B&T doesn't make a 10 millimeter magazine, so the lowers, just like on the APC 10, are the Glock lowers for Glock 20 magazines. So we make an extension, since they work best with OEM mags. See how beautiful it looks in this receiver? Extended capacity magazines.
And that is 30 rounds too, right? Is it? Should be.
Yeah, I believe it pushes out to 30 plus. So they're beautiful, machine billet aluminum, and this is a incredibly soft shooting, light, balanced setup for 10 millimeter lovers to enjoy. I have yet to take my APC 10 pig hunting, but I might have to get an SPC 10 and just use both.
Well, I mean, there you go, SPC 9 fans. And if you're also a fan of 10 millimeter, you guys saw the SPC 10. What is it?
Yes, the SPC 10.
Yeah, SPC 10. There you go. No, really phenomenal looking gun, and I know you've got something else, something really cool to show to us, right?
Yes.
All right.
So the KH9 is a very special subgun that B&T has largely discontinued. It was a specialty double action, single action subgun for a very specific contract, but we re-release it in limited availability now and again in specialty builds. The last one we did was a KH9 SD, and this one is the KH9 Covert. It collapses, so you can carry it in a very slim, unassuming sling bag.
That is so
now,
cool, man.
notice, the magazine is already inserted, so we're not inserting anything. We definitely don't want to.
Yeah, we don't want to, exactly.
Violate community guidelines.
That's correct.
So, use this, all you would do is unfold it, extend, charge it with the charging handle on top, and boom. So, really the ultimate backpack gun.
Yeah, B&T, just because you can. And I'm glad you're following that motto. Like, this is so innovative, so outside the box. I mean, just for that factor alone, I can see myself.
Well, of course, it's outside the box because it goes inside of a sling bag.
There you go. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Yeah, really, really cool. Got an intruder over here.
Show.
Yeah. So no, this is such an awesome piece. And this
See,
is
they're
available
excited about it over at Aimpoint.
for this. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. And this is available for consumers right now.
Q1.
Yeah.
They're Q1, I believe.
All right.
So.
Nowadays. So, guys, go to B&T, check them out. They've got some sick, innovative stuff. Seriously, I've been walking around SHOT Show floor in the last 3 days. B&T by far my favorite so far. You guys
Mine too.
just nailed it.
And
Absolutely.
we've been very busy.
Awesome. Well, Sean, thanks a lot for your time. Really appreciate it, man. Good chatting with you. Thank you. All right, guys. SHOT Show 2023, day 4. We're done.
Yeah, that's a wrap. That's a wrap, boys and girls. We're done. I'm sitting down. I'm not going anywhere else. I'm done.
You look tired.
I'm exhausted. My feet hurt. I want to take my shoes off, but these people don't want to smell my feet at this point.
I know. Me, definitely, I don't want to smell that too. And I'm super tired too. And I just noticed, like, have you seen Clint around?
No, I heard he was like playing around with Brandon Herrera till like wee hours of the morning.
Yeah, from like 1 o'clock to like 5 o'clock in the morning. They were doing some podcasts.
Oh,
yeah, you guys got to go to cfpodcast.com to see that one.
I forgot he does that.
Exactly. So, CF Podcast, check that out. I heard it was a really, really good podcast. And as for SHOT Show, what did you enjoy the most?
This chair. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
That's a
really great question. Savage release in 1911.
Yeah.
Shooting staccato guns at range day. Christensen Arms always has some cool things. Premier Body Armor released a female vest, and I like that a lot.
All right.
What about you?
Well, I would say, a lot of things. It's going to be really hard to pick and choose, but Oracle 2311 was dope. I really, really liked Knight Armament's SR-15 or whatever that new thing that they have.
Knights let you guys interview them?
Oh, yeah.
Are you serious?
And
in Clint's face.
and we've exchanged numbers, so we're friends now.
Nice.
And I really, really enjoy the B&T. That was really good.
Oh yeah, B&T. LMT had some good stuff, and LWRC also had some good stuff. So.
Yeah, guys. For more information, go to obviously Outside the Warehouse. Check out the entire SHOT Show coverage videos. We've done a lot for you guys. It was very tiring, but a lot of fun. So, you want to go get some food?
Oh yeah. God bless. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.